Alright guys, I'm back. I'm checking in live and direct from the Scat Pack. So I took the Scat Pack out just for a few. I was gonna maybe hit up one of these car cruise nights, but actually a lot of them is ending at 7 and it's about 7:45 now. So and the weather's kind of shaky too, people. Bad week. This is a very, very bad week for cruise nights or cars and coffees or car shows. This is a bad week. A lot of stuff been postponed again because they're saying Saturday and Sunday supposed to rain. So, and it's cold outside. So, I don't know. This weather. Let me see. Got a little light. This weather right now is really shaky. But listen, I'm cool with it. You know why? Because it's giving me some time to catch up, prepare, and figure out what I'm doing next. So this video is just some quick updates of what I got going on. First thing first, you always gotta thank God for what you have, the blessings that you get, for waking up in the morning. So you should always appreciate that, and you know, if you believe in God or a higher power, whatever it may be, you know what I mean, you should always respect that. But other than that, update. So as I said, y'all already know I'm in the Scat Pack, my daily, which it feels very good to be in it right now. So from the last video POV I did, what is this guy doing? Like, come on, get out of my way, homie. I'm about to go get a cup of coffee, actually, people. I'm about to pull up in the gas station. Everybody washing. Today would have been a good wash day too, because I ain't even washed the charger yet. It's just the winter time, honestly, people. So I have to really I'm gonna actually do a bucket wash actually. So I'm not even gonna do the gas station joint. I gotta physically do a nice warm water, hot water bucket wash. But real quick, as I was saying, before I go get my cup of coffee, I will be giving y'all a quick update, but at first, let me go get my cup of coffee, and I'll be right back. Gotta get my cup of coffee, then we go do this POV ride, and then we go talk about everything I got going on, and in terms of what's next, basically maybe what shows is next and where I'm going, and what left I have to get done, because I really don't got that much left to get done. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like basically caught up with all DIYs, and the garage is about to get hot because I think we're gonna have a hot ass summer too. So the garage is about to get hot, so I'm about to really just speed up everything actually this weekend, because this weekend is gonna be a war. So I think this weekend is gonna be the perfect opportunity to catch up. But other than that, let me go get this coffee real quick, you know what I mean, and then I'll be right back with y'all. All right guys, I guess I'm back. So, yeah, back to what I was saying, which I don't remember what I was saying, but hold on, let me put back on this performance page joint right here. And let's see everybody outside chilling right now. As you can see, 4 dudes in a car, which I look a little suspect to me, but it is what it is. It got nothing to do with me. So, yeah, real quick update, as I said, you know, just on the vehicles and stuff, what I got going on. Well, we gonna start off with the famous Scat Pack. So, famous Scat Pack, got that inspection done, blessed for that. And what else I gotta do? Maybe I have to change this pulley. But I'm looking into that. I'm still doing some research on that. Scat Pack, I just gotta really just do a great detail on it. And the lug nut got messed up, so I got a new one, but I gotta gold plate it again. So I gotta buy some gel for the gold plating. So that's with the pack. So as I said, right now the pack, I'm just monitoring everything. I did the oil swap. I got to do a tire rotation on it. So that I got to do that. So as I said, summertime come just to beat up the road. know, this is my beat up the road highway besides Renzel. Renzel is basically up next. For Renzel, I gotta just do that. I already accumulated, I got up to like 22,600 miles on Renzel, so I got that Delco oil, so I will be doing that this weekend, swapping that oil out, and that's it for Renzel. And then the last thing I'm gonna be doing for the year with Renzel is maybe the drill slotted rotors, and I think it's one stop brake pads. That's for like if you're doing trailering and stuff like that. But basically, and maybe I get a buff. Maybe I go to a detailing spot and I really want a wet sand and buff. I'm gonna find out a price for a wet sand and buff. Hopefully they don't break the bank. Somebody just look out and give me a deal. I mean, I got a few. I'm gonna shop around for that. Honestly, I want to see who is gonna be. Who on the network, put it like that, because that's going to be a whole, basically, networking situation for that shop. So whoever want to do a wet sand and buff on Renzel, the famous Renzel for the toe, you know what I mean? Definitely, you know what I mean? I'm down with it. Let's make Renzel look like a movie star. So I'm going to bounce around to different shops and just get a quote, an assessment on basically, that's really all I want to do is just a wet sand and buff. I don't need you to fix nothing else. Just the way it is what it is. I put some touch-up paint on, whatever little, I just want a wet sand and buff because the body's actually pretty decent. Something happened before and they kind of like, you know, it got like overspray and all that shit. They did not, they look like they cleared it. They put clear on it, all that ish, but they did not wet sand and buff it. So I think a good wet sand and buff, the colors gonna pop out and it's gonna look 10 times better than what it looked like. So I'm gonna price that, and then that's it for Renzel, people. Renzel, I'm basically beating up the road already with Renzel. So I'm looking to maybe take a little 5-hour drive with Renzel, but maybe when just on some, just Renzel and me, no load. I still got to do the test toe. So I could have did the test toe last weekend, but I didn't. This weekend coming up, it's gonna rain, so that's not gonna happen. So maybe I'll put it on the calendar for maybe the following weekend. I could actually do that. So maybe I should maybe be, if I'm around, I'm gonna have to sacrifice a day, a car show, basically to do that. So definitely I'm looking into doing that for Renzel. Box Chevy now, people. So with the box Chevy now, I finally took the top trimming to N-Track tires. They do powder coating, by the way. So that's where I basically do all my powder coating. So I dropped the trimming off yesterday to get powder coated. So I'm waiting to get that back. So now I remember I was saying that I want to reseal the windshield. So with that, right, the windshield, I think I changed that windshield one time, man. It could have been like 10 years ago. Somebody threw a rock, one of them kids threw a rock, and they cracked it, so I had to change it. So with that being said, I wanted to reseal it, but then again, they've been sitting there 10 years. So by the time the guys I wanted to pull it out and reseal it. By the time the guys tried to actually pull it out, they told me it may crack, which makes sense, you know what I mean? So he was telling me he could get me another windshield and basically replace it. But I'm only leaking in like a few spots, so it's not, I don't think nothing where I'm gonna spend $275 on a whole new glass basically just to stop a leak. That's basically coming from like right here. And I see the gap already with the weak silicone. So I think actually what I'm gonna do with that, hold on, let me drink some coffee, people. What I'm gonna do with that, honestly, is I'm gonna actually maybe re-silicone it myself, right? And then when I put back on the trimming, I gotta wait till the trimming is basically freshly done, right? Let me see if I get some more light here. There we go, much better. So, yeah, as I said, when I get the new trimming back, right, then I'm gonna basically maybe apply some silicone. I don't know if it's gonna be the black silicone or what silicone, how I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna go in the clips, and then I have to basically put some silicone basically to hold that trimming down, because that trimming keep on blowing off. So I have no choice but to put silicone on it to hold it down from blowing out again. So I'm basically gonna do that. So let me turn off this light a little bit, people, because you know I got all kind of police out here and all kind of stuff out here. So yeah, that's basically how I'm looking on that part with the box Chevy. And then I gotta put more. I had last video, if y'all seen the last video, it was kind of it was squeaking. So with that squeaking noise, I found out basically, I think I know what it is. I just need to add more power steering fluid. I did a power steering fluid swap, but the bottle's clogged, so I'm gonna put more power steering fluid in there and see if it's gonna reduce, which I know is gonna reduce that that squeaking noise. And this dude is like mad close behind me for whatever reason. He feel like just riding. I know, all right, you gotta make a turn, but like, damn, homie, like you really on the bumper, homie. But yeah, so yeah, I actually was gonna take the box Chevy out today, but it's just I didn't feel like uncovering it and doing, even though I had to uncover the scat pack, but it's just, you know, it's just a little bit more to it with that. So yeah, once I get that done, box Chevy is Gucci though. You know what I mean? Put some, you know, air up the tires and just do a nice wash on there. Box Chevy is Gucci for the summer. So as I said, with the where the box Chevy will be going this year, very selected car shows. I'm not going to all car shows because not really, it's not like I'm not motivated to go to the car show, but I wanted to actually do more out of town car shows, but something that's more worth it now, because it's like, yo, honestly, when we do a lot of these car shows, people, we spend a lot. Sometimes we spend a lot of money in gas, time, travel. So like, you know, sometimes like, all right, I put gas in the box Chevy, I wash it a whole bunch of time to really sit in the show and you know, man, I just rolled over this bump, man. That was mad corny. Yeah, so as I said, it's just and then you gotta pay to get into the car show. You want to support, but then you gotta pay to get in this car show, right? So it's like me really just dishing out a lot of money, and my car holds value. Like, you know, if y'all know these old schools already, people, which y'all do, whoever got old schools, y'all know these parts ain't cheap at all. You know what I mean? Y'all know it's not cheap at all. So it's like, it's just a thing of, as I said, it's just basically figuring out the best shows to go to and making sense of, you know, all right, yeah, I'm gonna get content, I'm gonna record the show, I'm on a network, you know what I mean, because that's what we do, we network, but it just gotta sometimes make sense on my part. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, especially if the show is far, like if it's a show like in Jersey or something, like I used to go to 2-hour shows. I mean, it was like a 2-hour drive, put it like that. I'm saying like a 2-hour show. A 2-hour drive, right? I'm burning hella gas. right? Because I'm riding in a V8 that's burning like a V12, right? Burning hella gas, right? Sometimes you don't get nothing. You don't get no trophy. You don't get a plaque. You don't get nothing. You get a bunch of nothing, but going back home, burning gas, sitting in traffic, and, you know, so everything is content. Every show is content. You know what I mean? I would like to network with certain shows that's doing something. So basically, I'm getting some good content. I'm getting something out of it. Like, you know what I mean? Not just you taking my $20. Me. Yeah, I'm over here at my tuck spot, man. This is my spot by the bridge. Let me pop out for a second. Pretty dope day. And I am so blessed to have the pack out. It's good to have different options. See what's going on over here. The traffic, forgot what highway is at. But I gotta clean the pack up, people. Gotta clean the Dodge up. Maybe retint this a little bit darker, but this is blacked out. I wanted to change the color of the wing, but I think one of these screws kind of with the water, I said I put like some anti-seize on the plug on this shit because it's a little bit. I gotta try to get it out. I think I'm gonna remix the color on this, powder coat a different color. Because it's been ran for a little while, so maybe we powder coat that. But other than that, the pack is outside. This nut, I gotta get into my trunk and change that. My trunk is still full with work because I'm still actually working, people. See right here, the work wasn't even 100% done. I still gotta work on, what's that called, the Toyota. So I didn't really put away everything. I already know I gotta buy sheep out here. You know what I mean? I got my work clothes, whatever. Since the pack wasn't moving, I just put everything in the trunk of the pack. I got my 360 stick. Ready go time, you already know. So, alright, got the pack out here. So I said it's a little dirty, but I gotta clean it up. I'll get it together. I already know that go pack is $392. All right, folks. But other than that, my gauges is reading good. Let's see what else we got here. G-Force. I don't think anybody ever used G-Force. Then the regular gauges, which is good. The time on. I don't think whoever really. These timers right here is like if you running on the track and stuff like that, which one day I actually need to run on the track because you get stats. That's what I like about this. You get good stats. I think people take this cars for granted in terms of what they could do because it has a performance phase, so it's good to actually, they made it to like take on the track. They gave it a dyno, they gave it all this stuff that I don't use, which, you know what, I think I'm gonna start learning and using it. And it's cool, like, to have fun. So then you got your regular dyno, you know what I mean? Which I just use it just to look at the gears go up and down, like, you know what I mean? But I really don't use it to use it. So, yeah. But, yeah, so other than that, just I'm gonna continue to just do what I do. And today is not bad. It's like 52 degrees, and as I said, let me just take the pack out real quick. Put the headlight on. Turn this light off. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna make the pack. I'm gonna have to retire the pack from being my daily because I work at this location, right? And the parking is janky. Like, you know how you just like you park away from everybody and then somebody just come and they park next to you. So that's the issue I be kind of dealing with right now. So I can't find a sweet parking spot where somebody just gonna let me live, whatever. It's like people purposely just come and they park next to you. Like they see you in the cut and they come and park next to you purposely. So it's like, I don't know if the pack is really gonna be doing what will be doing, like, you know, going to work and beating up the road like that. I may just use a pack more like after work, or maybe just like, you know, I'm going to an event on the weekend. I think it's going to be more like an after work. I'll drive maybe Renzel or the Toyota, and then after work, I'll put them down and I'll jump in the pack. That's kind of how, like, I'm looking at how I'm going to be using the pack now. And then of course, on the weekend, if possible, if there's maybe a show or something or whatever. But yeah. So, as I said, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out the movements. I'll figure out how I'm moving this summer. As I said, I think it's just going to be, as I said, honestly, it's going to be a real different movement. Last summer, I didn't. I went to car shows basically to record and network. I was running around in the Charger like crazy. But this year is, as I said, I'm being in and out. I'm not staying for the whole show, honestly, man. I'm not doing the whole 5 hours and all that. And if I do tow and bring it there, as I said, I'm gonna be in and out. You know what I mean? If I could do multiple shows with the car and the trailer, that's maybe how it's gonna be. Excuse me. So, I don't know. I'm just saying. But other than that, I mean, everything is smooth. Everything is good. Box Chevy revenue is going up. CG on 32s. He just copped 2 box Chevys and he got all them Hearse. So he's about to do a big super duper raffle on them old schools he's buying now. I see what he's doing though. You know what I mean? The algorithm is going bananas because he's doing that. You know what I mean? And I see what he's doing, and I respect that. I respect the hustle. Man, I'm trying to get my algorithm up, CJ. But other than that, did a video. Last video I posted was on The Real Rich. That's my bro. He remixed that Jeep Wrangler he got 2023, full remix. He really put some creativity into the remix. He got that big Tezzy screen for the Jeep, which is pretty dope. And then the LED lights he added on, and he put his own twist to what he got going on. So for the Jeep world and them Jeep fests and Jeep car shows and stuff like that, man, he coming for the crown, like I said before in the video. Because I mean, I see a lot of them Jeeps, a lot of them sitting like big and super high, but you know, for his category and what he's doing, man, he's killing it, man. I salute him, real talk. So he got a great thing going on. So I can't wait till we take the doors out and hit them shows, and it's just a whole different vibe for me besides, you know, what I'm doing in my world also. So it's good to just jump into another lane with somebody that's, you know, doing their thing, which is pretty cool. So that video, basically, tap into it if you haven't. I will add it to my end screen of this video, so whoever didn't see it, tap in. Pretty dope walk around, and you know, just showed all the detailing and all the stuff that was basically remixed and upgraded on the video. So on the Jeep, I'm saying the video, and this dude is like super duper behind me, like slow your ass down, homie. Like, I don't care what you driving, but you gotta slow that ish down, homie. Okay? Thank you. Yeah, so as I said, that's pretty much with The Real Rich. Shout out to The Real Rich for that. And yeah, as I said, I may be going to a car show, maybe out of town. Can't say nothing too much yet because I don't know if 100% I'm going, but more than likely Renzel is taking a trip. So as I said, I just gotta just another quick spot check. Renzel is ready already, so just, you know, swap out the oil, and basically I think I got a slow leak in one of my tires, get that fixed, and yeah, just really just to beat up the road, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you good? Yeah, really, it's just to beat the road, people. So, all right, but other than that, just as I said, man, I just wanted to just tap in with y'all real quick. You know what I mean? Quick update. I just took, so I said, just took the pack out for a few. That's ain't nothing really going on. I didn't go to no cruise nights or nothing like that. I kept it real low key and chill, and just wanted to take the car out, just get some coffee and just cruise. That's my cruise night. Getting some coffee, cruising, enjoying the sound of my car, just enjoying my car, and that's what it's all about. So, all right, man. So if you're new to the channel, you already know. Look at the back end videos. Look at that videos with the outrageous remix of the Real Rich Jeep Wrangler. Look at all the POVs and just look at the Renzel joints, you know what I mean? If you went to Escalades and, you know what I mean? And you could look at videos of the box Chevy, whatever you may be. I got a little flavor for everything, so just check it out. As I said, subscribe if you ain't subscribed, because you need to stay tuned to what I got next. We got a lot of car shows coming up next. We got a lot of remaining DIYs, and, we got a lot of different trips and a lot of different networking, which is pretty cool for the channel. The channel is a real dope, different channel that, I tap into damn near everything, you know what I mean? So, yeah, tap in, you know what I mean? Like, share, do all of that. You already know, Life of Michael Les, and you already know I'll catch you on the next video. Sitting there all day, you took my $20 from me, right? Sometimes you get it back in return with a trophy, appreciation, whatever, you know what I mean? But sometimes with me, it's a little bit bigger than that, because it takes me, as I said, honestly, I have to wash this car. It takes a lot of time to do that, because you want your car to be clean. Then by the time you drive to the show, even if you drive an hour or 2 hours, I gotta play Russian roulette, duck potholes and all that. So it's already an unsafe drive already, because I'm ducking potholes and bumps and all that. And then by the time you get there, your joint is dirty again. You gotta wipe it down again, whatever. That's like, in terms of like, just a lot of babysitting that sometimes I don't want to do. So I rather sometimes just go network, you know what I mean, see what everybody got, you know what I mean, talk to everybody, see their updates, their upgrades, whatever it may be, and then, you know what I mean, keep it moving, like, you know what I mean. But as I said, just particular shows I'm gonna basically go to, and I love driving my joint. I'm gonna drive my joint, you know what I mean. But it's just, as I said, it's particular different environments and different shows I just want to go to. Maybe this year, because I did the full custom exhaust. I did that for the car. I did that for me. I didn't do that just to do it, just to brag, just say I did it, whatever. But it costs a couple of bucks. So things like that, them little things cost a couple of bucks, and you get what I'm saying. So, all right, whatever. But other than that, I'm here at my spot.